back to kids eat toast sometimes on a Tuesday.
Like the South African Postal Service, we just don't deliver on Monday. So don't expect any of that, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, good to be back.
It
Fire
is.
in the booth. Bum, 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 bum. It's been... I'd never worked so hard in my life.
Yeah. No, you had a really busy week last week.
I know my truth. You don't have to share my lived experience. Yeah, no, it is. It's crazy. But whenever I feel overwhelmed, I remember sitting in my room by myself for, what was it? Hard lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, this is better.
This is
Whatever I'm doing now that might be sucking is still better.
Yeah.
Then, what was it? House party.
Oh.
Hi guys, join house
my
party.
God.
That was awkward. I got into a few dodgy ones.
Yeah, sometimes people wouldn't press lock on their house party. But I was talking to my dad the other day, like, lockdown was, like, partially traumatic, for sure.
Partially?
Yeah.
What about the homeless, Chloe? I'd say it's pretty...
I'm saying for me, or, like, for us.
Again, I know my truth.
Okay.
Yes, I know what you're saying.
But part of it I do miss. I really enjoyed that, like, slower speed of life.
No.
Of, like, not really having any responsibilities.
No.
And
Well, maybe...
I didn't really have any... I mean, I was in a very, like, obviously privileged position. Like, I didn't really have that many worries. Like, it was...
I had many worries during lockdown, and one of the biggest one was dying, and my whole family dying.
No, I'm talking about hard lockdown. Like, I wasn't too worried. Like, no one was leaving their house.
Oh, it was just the Italians that were dying.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Shame, that was very scary.
Okay, let's cheer things up. We've got a review.
A review.
A review.
A mixed review.
We don't get these very often, but when we do...
What are you talking about? We're one of the most reviewed South African podcasts.
Oh. Wow.
It is tough hosting a show with this lockdown degenerate. Who preferred lockdown?
I didn't prefer lockdown. There's just parts of it that I liked, but
You should be on a watch list. People who like preferred lockdown needed to be watched.
Like
They're like,
psychopaths.
they're antisocial. You know, you probably have some big schemes planned.
Maybe.
Actually, no, you don't need a scheme in South Africa. The country takes care of itself.
Okay, like I said, let's cheer ourselves up. So, Michael O'Shea, he's commenting.
O'Shea. We literally spoke about this seconds ago. It's not O'Shea or butter. O'Shea.
Shea butter. O'Shea. Okay. Michael O'Shea. Apologies, Michael. He says, I'll be honest. You guys' podcast is one of my favorites. You guys are awesome. Thanks for the entertainment with a good mix of info. Cheers. Please keep it up.
Oh, yeah. At this point, I almost feel like reading our reviews is just like pornographic. No, it's just like it's like patting yourself on the back. I don't know. So, but thank you, Shay Dog. I think that's Shay Dog. I might be mistaken.
Saying like you say it like Shea. Chloe's right.
I'll bet you R1 million.
Okay.
R1 million. But we got a big jam-packed episode as per usual. Like we said, if you've come from for news, well, buckle up because there's very little of it. It's more just headlines and good times. Good South African times. So if you're joining us for the first time, lovely to have you. And if you're a return listener, lovely to have you again. And if you're watching, oh boy, we know what that means. Anyway, so we're going to chat about Senzo Meyiwa, that Bafana and Orlando Pirates soccer star. The Netflix documentary's just come out. Tragic murder. It's very interesting. Did you watch it? It was part of the podcast.
Part of the podcast briefs.
Anyway, okay, we chat about Mr Smeg, bit of celebrity boxing in South Africa, which is oh so cringe. And then even some more celebrity boxing with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. We touched a bit on them because, you know, who doesn't love a good fist fight? And then, you know, the usual overrated, underrated. We have a good time. We have a little chuckle. We send you on your ways. A little slap and tickle.
Chop it up.
On a Tuesday. We zip it up and we zap it down. I tried to say that to the boys I coach as like I'm trying to see if I can influence culture.
Yeah.
By just saying things that don't make sense and aren't cool. So if come on, let's zip it up and zap it down, I'm like, I am a god.
No, I think you have to pick something that's a bit cooler.
No, that's the whole thing. You have to get them on the lamest one. Zip it up and zap it down.
Okay.
That could be a new Levi's commercial as well. Levi's, get back to me.
Zip it up and zap it down. Yeah, I quite like that.
So what do you want to start with today?
Well, I'd like you to, since I didn't watch it, what happened with Senzo?
This was your podcast homework. And we try and make a show together here. And then Chloe just arrives on the Monday or Tuesday, giggling away, no prep done, asking about Senzo Meyiwa.
Think of me as the audience. Explain it to me like that.
Okay. I told you I should do a solo podcast. Anyway, so Senzo Meyiwa was the Bafana Bafana goalkeeper as well as the Orlando Pirates goalkeeper, reaching the sort of pinnacle of his career. I think he had even also just captained the national team a few times. Yeah. So he's this massive person. Everyone who knows sport knows who Senzo Meyiwa was. And then he gets tragically murdered at Kelly Khumalo, who's a very famous South African singer / celebrity, his mother's house in, I don't know how to say this word properly because I ain't never been there. Voorslorus. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds
right. But it's...
Wait, what? That's crazy.
Well, I mean, I told you exactly. There's no other follow-up questions.
What?
What do you mean, what?
No,
Those are the details.
But what year did this happen in?
This happened 8 years ago.
2014.
And this is the first time people are going to trial, and now the trial's just being postponed. So they got 5 people at the moment. 5 suspects, and these people are heavy people. They covered in the documentary. It's like they're all in jail already or have just been charged or are awaiting murder trials. Taxi hitmen. So you know the taxi industry, very shady, run by gangsters. These are the people, it's like, well, he's driving in the route, go kill him. But they don't just kill the driver. They kill the 20 people in the taxi viciously. No witness. They are bad people. And then they come on camera and they're like, I don't even know who Senzo was. I was like, I don't even care. Like, why are we giving this little piece of shit airtime? It's like those gangsters that are podcasting now. Makes me feel gross. Yeah, you change your life. You still killed like 100 people. You're gross. What can I say?
Not acting, but acting.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's old Senzo. And then obviously Netflix came along, made a documentary, and it's fascinating because all the people involved, and was it someone in the house who killed them? It's an organized hit. Were they intruders? It's fascinating. I'd watch it. And then also from the like cultural perspective of, like as a white South African living in Cape Town, I don't ever think about Sangomas or polyamorous relationships. And that's central to the story.
Or muti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't let that one slip, Chloe. And yeah, it's just how integral it is to certain cultures and how like far removed. And then it's always so funny. It's like, and I can't believe people believe in Sangomas and muti. It's like, hey, you go to church and believe in something that's also not real and drink wine. So just keep it there. Just not, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not angry at people who go to church or believe in Jesus or believe in Sangomas or anything. I'm just saying, if you can believe in that, surely you could understand that other people can believe in other things. And good for you. Yeah. And relax.
Yeah. So how do Sangomas tie into it? You just said that they were there.
Well, no, because Kelly Khumalo, who's the central figure to this case, is Senzo's girlfriend / baby mama, who said she didn't even know Senzo was married, which I also find
suspicious.
It's like, surely, like he's a famous person. You definitely know.
She was the side piece.
Well, she had do you have children with your side piece?
Yeah.
Oh,
unfortunately, yeah.
But I think she was becoming the main thing. Like Senzo had moved out of his house with his other wife. I think her name's Mandisa. I stand under correction. Does anyone stand above correction? That would be cool.
Police.
Joe Rogan. And and all these sort of things. And also just like how you can be this massive soccer star and make all this money and you still, the house that you like socialize in or your parents' house is still very rural. You've got all these BMW M3s, you got Mercedes Benzes, Range Rovers, and then you live in like very, to be frank, plain housing. It's fascinating. It's obviously very sad. You see a lot of the family's grief and
especially it seems like it's been drawn out for so long. It's been 8 years
with
where
nothing.
they've been wanting to. Well, maybe Netflix. Maybe people like me should watch it. So
No,
that we can.
that was the only thing I didn't like about it, is that they don't solve it at the end. They get advocate.
That's like they can't solve it. It's not solved.
No, but then only release the story when it's done, so we know.
No, they're probably trying to put pressure on authorities to get this solved.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Netflix is such a good bunch of people. I'm sure they're really trying to get the best interest of Senzo Meyiwa's family. No, they only did it. I'm pretty released it now because the trial started, but now the trial's been postponed. Like the courts in South Africa just seem like very unreliable.
Maybe, yeah.
No, like there's a murderer and then he's out on bail and then he's
wild.
like 2 days later he murders someone again and you're like, wow, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Murder on the Nile.
Yeah.
So it's fascinating.
Should we change this into a true crime podcast? I think that's what everyone wants to know.
No, that stuff's too heavy. When you look at those killers and they interview them and they're like, hey, how you doing? It's like, fuck that.
But it's almost like killers are real people. Like, I think that we try and create distance between them because we're like, oh, they're not like us, but they're just like terrible people, but they're still human, you know?
I don't think so. I think, and one of the South African detectives says it very well about one of the alleged killers, because of course, people still think Kelly Kumalo
is involved.
Yeah, and that also speaks interestingly. Everyone's like, it's the female villain, the archetypal. We want to find this witch who's it's so, and it's the documentary positions it in a way where you're like, could be her. You're like, but that's like such.
It's almost like not real when you are watching it, and then you realize she's a real person.
She's a real person,
like who lost her partner. And
exactly.
is probably still grieving.
Imagine if like I died and then someone comes and accuses you of killing you for 8 years.
I think you're a witch.
And not in the Sangoma witch sense, like a bitch witch. That's that society likes.
That is terrible.
So so we don't really know. But this detective says like this person has given up their right to be a part of our society, and I think that's right.
What person?
One of the suspects, because he was just looking at their rap sheets, like murdered 15 people at a taxi rank in broad daylight.
Shit.
I'm not here for that. You're still a person too. How are you doing? I'm like, no, treat this person like a fucking animal.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you saying that they were all in jail. Like no one's.
Well, either they were already serving time in jail, because this is like now an 8-year span. Yeah, that's not like I woke up one morning, tripped and shot Senzo in the chest by mistake. It's like these are hitmen. Yeah. But the big question is, are these the hitmen that killed Senzo? Oh. That's because people in the Meyiwa family don't believe that they know anything about this case. These hitmen. And they say it doesn't. Yeah, that's why they fired it. It's very interesting. So we'll see how it plays out. Yeah,
we'll follow along with it, and I will watch the documentary.
Well,
for next week.
It's all over. So, but the funniest part of this whole thing is not the funniest part, but the identikit. Yeah. We'll maybe throw up the picture on the no promises, but it's what they draw of the sketches of the suspect based on eyewitness information. Yeah. You must see this picture. You go, no wonder nothing has been solved in 8 years. Real, I ain't never seen a person that looks like this. It's like a Teletubby who's been burnt in a car and then has dreadlocks. It is. Oh my God. It's really bad.
I think that not enough people talk about like the sketch artist has to be really good. Otherwise, it's just a complete waste of time. And you have pictures like that of.
It's not even close to.
Combinations, yeah.
And it's not even that like racist stereotype of like 6'1".
It's just a bad drawing.
It's just a terrible drawing.
It's just a really bad drawing.
I just look at it. That looks like no one.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody look like
Sometimes, that. Sometimes like they'll distribute drawings with like someone's got sunglasses on. I'm like, guys, this isn't very helpful.
I know. Well, would you ever go to a Sangoma?
Maybe, yeah.
For what?
I think if like I'd exhausted all other methods and I was desperate, I would. Yeah.
I would only go for one reason.
For what?
Penis enlargement. You see all those stickers around. Yeah. Lost lover, broken heart. Are those even Sangoma?
Small penis? They might all be related.
Wow. Speaking of small penises.
Okay.
There's been a lot of celebrity boxing going on.
Guys, what is this? What is this like obsession with wanting to beat everybody up?
I think it's a fascination of like seeing someone lose. Like I think people are more interested in seeing the person lose than like let's see if Casper Nyovest can box.
Yeah.
It's like let's see if Casper Nyovest gets knocked out. That's the fascination.
I mean,
he's a big boy.
Big, like really, really big. Yeah.
But he fought over the weekend, and I think he lost. I don't pay too much attention to it.
Honestly, I don't know. But so Mr Smeg that we were talking about like a couple episodes ago, he's now challenged Big Zulu to a fight.
Oh my word!
And I mean, like his name's literally Big Zulu. Come on.
Big Zulu is a big boy.
Yeah.
The only chance Mr Smeg has of beating up Big Zulu is he literally whacked him over the head from behind with a kettle. So
yeah,
you heard it here first.
Everyone's allowed to bring one prop, okay?
Malingi, that was a big track. That's
Maybe
Big Zulu's big track.
Wow.
Mr Pandema.
Is that him? Oh my God, no, I'm voting for him. That is it.
Those are none of the words. Anyway, it's the feeling that counts.
That was his song. That's a lovely song, yeah.
And then speaking of feelings that count, Zuma is back under medical observation. Shame, he's always sick, this guy.
Shame, yeah.
He's like that kid in PE, you never swam. Always got that note there.
Yeah, always in sick. And they're running, it's medical observation. They're just like running tests or something like that. But and then, so his spokesperson, Mani, he said that, guys, he's not even home. He's in hospital. I will not say which hospital because that is a security issue. We'll give updates as it unfolds.
The security issue is he's not in prison.
And it's like, why would he be at home? Guys, he's not even at home, okay? It's like, what?
I don't know. I just think let Zuma chill at his house, honestly. At this stage, it's just tiring.
It is tiring.
Let him out. He wins. He's too good. He beat us. He's relentless. He's absolutely unbeatable. We just have to come to terms with that. Let him out.
No, honestly. But so I didn't realize that this happened in August of last year where he was sick again, conveniently.
Shame.
But it seems like maybe not that it was a fake sick note.
It definitely was.
But that it was like he listed his medical condition as like, he listed his sickness as medical condition. It's like, okay, but which one?
What's wrong with your broken leg? My broken leg.
Medical condition.
God. That's like when you go into those private estates or schools or universities and they have that clipboard.
Oh, yeah.
You write your real name, please. Reason for visit. You're like, if I was a mastermind, this would be too easy. Yeah. This were Mr. McMittens coming in to rob your bank.
But I mean, who knows? Like, maybe they are running tests. Maybe he just wants to break from jail.
One thing we can be certain of with Jay-Z is that one, he is a Grammy-decorated musician. But in other news, he is also a cheating, lying scumbag who's very charismatic.
Yeah. Yeah.
When was the last time you were at a charismatic church?
A long time ago, yeah.
What are charismatic churches? I don't know what that is. I just said that.
Well, my interpretation is that they're like those like really cool churches like Hillsong and stuff like that.
Oh,
you know, where they're like literally listening to like super cool.
It's a no from me.
I feel that looks fun.
No.
Compared to the church service I used to go to, I would take that over every day.
Oh, maybe. That is true.
Instead of
Speaking of cults, apparently Aquila is a... How do you say Aquila? Or how do you say?
I think you're saying it right.
How do you say it?
Aquila, yeah. I wouldn't say Aquel.
Aquel. Aqueli. Who knows? But apparently it's a cult. That's what was covered on the Josh Wide Awake podcast. So I would like some of that cult money.
That would actually look delicious.
It does look good. Well, you should have put your own in the fridge. You're obviously a level 1 cult member.
We're not just doing sponsorships for free. We just...
No ways. This is a desperate... it's not a free one. I've got things in mind from the cult. Okay. But I think this is how you join it.
Okay. And you still got your steady stampy.
Yes, but more on that later, Chloe. Don't ruin the...
Sorry.
You get your own props and stay in your lane. Come here unprepared, done no research, brought nothing to the show.
So not
and you
true.
come with absolute... You just do things at your own speed and pace. Oh, Christ. Would you be in a cult?
What is this?
I'd like to be in a cult.
No, absolutely
just a sense of community.
No, Samuel.
It depends where you are in the cult. if you're in the upper tiers, I think it's quite cool. You get good money, sleep with a bunch of people, you have a lot of
I was
influence.
supposed to say, like, how do you sleep at night? The guilt.
No, you sleep well, surrounded by tons of young men and women. Not too young. It's not a bad cult. It's just one of those cults where you have a lot of control.
It's like a kind of bad cult.
I'm here for cults. I am truly.
No. Okay. Well, also, Queen Elizabeth has recovered from COVID. We also covered that.
Chloe, I said I'm done talking about the Queen. I hate her so much, and I can't understand why people talk about her. Why? What is this fascination with the Queen?
I don't know. I'm more fascinated with the fact that she's like 95. She got COVID. She said it made her tired and exhausted. That's about it. She's bounced back.
So it had the same symptoms that Prince Andrew gives her. No, I hate the royal family. It's just a dumb concept. I hate that people talk about it. It makes me want to lose my mind. And if you're listening, I had a very on-screen nervous breakdown just there. What else have you got, Chloe, that is of interest to people?
Yeah. Well, also celebrities are back to singing to solve world crises.
Damn. We needed this.
Damn, yeah. Needed this.
Who is it?
Pink Floyd, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's actually, like, I will say, it's actually a very heartfelt
Well, Pink
song.
Floyd are awesome.
Yeah. Have you listened to this?
No.
Okay. Maybe I...
No, you can't play it because then
yeah.
they'll take it down,
Yeah.
and we're already back against the wall swinging for the fences.
I mean, yeah. But so basically there was this... It's a Ukrainian pop singer, and his name is Andriy Kyle... Actually, I won't even try to say his name. Andriy, yeah. I tried to look up pronunciation, couldn't find it. But so he posted footage of himself. He was on tour. His tour then obviously got cancelled because the war started. And he's singing a cappella in a town square, fully armed and like ready to fight the Russian army. So it's like a very like heartfelt performance. He posted this on his Instagram, and then Pink Floyd have like remixed it and created a song out of it.
Cool.
Which is actually quite beautiful.
The busker goes big.
Yeah, and it's definitely better than listening to celebrities sing Imagine.
What? Imagine all the people.
Yeah. Do you not remember that?
What was that for? I like that song.
Imagine all the people. And then they'd be like, it was like...
Yeah, I know the song. That's a lovely song. What are you complaining about?
For COVID. Do you not remember?
Oh,
We're all like holed up in our houses and they're like singing from their mansions.
Okay, here we go. Here we go again. We've caught Chloe in another one of her damn lies. You can't say you were holed up in your house during COVID when you said you loved the experience because you had No. I will not stand for this. No, Samuel. I will not stand. Kick Chloe off KETS. Start the revolution. Get it done now. I can't stand the constant lies. Get her off.
I said it was partially traumatic and partially you could find some good in it.
No, you're done.
You're done now.
They can't. How can the KETS loyal Toast followers ever trust what you say again?
That's true, guys. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Please forgive me. Speaking of people that aren't really in a mood to forgive, Johnny Depp and Amber, have you heard?
Have you heard?
She's a terrible human being.
Yeah.
And which just goes back to my point. The world is crazy. The world is different. Women are as equally terrible as men.
Yeah. Okay.
And on that note, we'll cut to a cult-sponsored ad break. Chloe, I reviewed it. I don't think that's a thing.
The dancing.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
I don't know. But we'll be back after this.
We'll be back. And we're back. We're back. No more dancing. But so, as you were saying, Johnny Depp has filed a $50 million lawsuit against Amber Heard, of which she's countersued, get this, $100 million for defamation.
So he was like 50. She's like, no, you give me 100.
Yeah. No, like let's just double that. Yeah.
That makes zero sense.
But this has been going on for a really long time.
When did they start?
They got divorced. They got divorced in 2016.
Yeah, but when were they together?
Oh, from 2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so they dated for a while.
Yeah. Did you know they were married?
Yeah, but this is what I don't get. It's like, how are you? How does this stuff happen to someone where you're like, I'll be with them for?
I know. But
it does happen, and it probably speaks bigger to victims of abuse and all that sort of stuff that I don't want to talk about because, quite frankly, it's boring. It is.
Yeah,
We don't have to unpack why human beings are bad on the KETS podcast. Sometimes you can just be a shit human.
Should I give like a brief rundown?
A brief rundown
of like what's been happening, whatever. So, like we were saying, they started dating in 2012. Amber had been with her then girlfriend, Tassia van Ree. I don't know how you say it.
She Afrikaans.
It does actually sound Afrikaans.
Probably Dutch.
But also, if you look at this picture, or if you look at a picture of her, she looks very similar to Johnny Depp.
Female Deppy.
Like really similar. But anyways, so Amber was arrested in 2009 for domestically assaulting her girlfriend at the time. So she's got a bit of a history there. Her and Johnny Depp got engaged in 2014. They were married in 2015. And then in 2016, they got divorced over domestic violence. But also in 2016, I don't know if any of you guys remember this, but that weird apology video that they made.
Oh, they were trying to get into Australia or something, and they broke laws, immigration laws.
Yeah, but it's like a YouTuber apology.
Yeah, well, I mean, celebrities are just shadows of human beings that get paid to pretend to be other human beings, and then we celebrate them and try and be like them. It's a vicious cycle that makes very little sense.
A vicious cycle, really.
And I don't know why we celebrate them either.
Yeah.
But celebrate us, celebrate KETS. Reach for the stars.
Reach for the stars. So, anyways, yeah, I just remembered that. But yeah, they filed for divorce, and then she sued him for like $7 million or something like that.
Oh, way less than the original.
Yeah.
Or I mean the later one.
They settled out of court, but then apparently Amber Heard donated that to charity. So.
Okay, Amber.
Yeah, of course. Now she's countersuing for 100 million. So I wonder which charity she's going to send that to.
But what it's basically come out that she was beating him up, assaulting him.
Yeah.
All these sort of things.
I mean, you don't know if it was both ways. Like, it could have just been a mutually abusive relationship, which is still terrible. But there was a video that came out, or like an audio, where she's literally like punched him, and then is telling him that she hasn't punched him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that sounds abusive.
Yeah.
But you see, you wouldn't even giggle and laugh while you say that if Johnny Depp was hitting Amber. Society is interesting.
No, yeah. So, yeah. So that's happened. And then now, in 2018, this is where the defamation comes in. Defamation. Got you. Have you heard about defamation?
Johnny has. Wow.
Anyways, so in 2018, she wrote an article, like an opinion piece for the Washington Post, about sexual abuse and stuff like that, and kind of refer to Johnny as a wife beater. Not directly, she didn't name him, but like was speaking to her personal experience. People like drew parallels. He's since been like fired from what's that thing with the wizards? Anyways, he's lost 2
Harry Potter, that spin-off series they've done.
Oh.
Yep. That's Amber Heard in the background. She's fired up a chainsaw of sorts. She's coming to kill us.
Yeah.
How loud is that, you reckon? Probably pretty loud.
Yeah.
I think we'll have another commercial break to see if this potentially stops.
All right, we're back. We are podcasting under terrible conditions.
This is like being a refugee in Syria, but harder. It is.
No, okay, so we're going to wrap it up with some overrated, underrated. I'm going to ask Sam.
We have to do the sprint. Version. We'll be back next week with a longer version. Probably back on Monday, because on Tuesday, these people come and make a racket.
It literally sounds like there's a helicopter. People are gardening. I don't even know. Okay,
hit it.
Okay, Sammy. Overrated or underrated, Amber Heard.
Amber Heard, overrated. I hate her. She's just like the classic example of why I hate all these new social movements of like, do this, do that, and then is actually an abuser herself. Not a fan.
Celebrity feuds, overrated or underrated?
Underrated if it ends in a sex tape. Next.
Overrated or underrated avocado on toast?
Overrated. People in Cape Town charge you like 90 Rand for it. It's like, excuse? What's going on here? It's not even that nice. And kids do eat toast sometimes, so I know. Downvote. Boo. People who make a fucking noise outside of your apartment or you're just trying to bring joy to the world in a form of a comedy podcast, I'd say they're overrated and you should go and kill yourself, Mr. Leaf Blower. I said it.
Okay, last one. Overrated or underrated sick notes?
Sick notes. Underrated if they get you out of swimming and PE. Overrated if your name's President Jacob Zuma and you won't see the inside of a jail cell because of your fake doctor. I think that's it. That's where we wrap it. Bit of energy, bit of punch at the end.
Yeah.
Obviously, that is a shortened episode. We apologize. You know, the rubbish truck has moved in now. I think there might be rioting in the streets.
It's actually just a mess. But
it is a bit of a mess, but we appreciate you guys.
Thank you for joining me today. I'm extending my...
There you go. You get a high five. And yeah, thank you again. We are very grateful for all the people that follow KETS, that love KETS, that keep sending us messages, comments. Sorry again about the shortened one today. Yeah. But we'll be back.
See you guys on Monday.
Maybe. We'll see you next week. Sometime.
Next week.
Maybe we'll even see you this week because I feel so bad about this episode being so short.
Yeah.
Who knows? Bye.
Bye.